And what's going on, guys? All right, so welcome to the channel, Gabe's Trades. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, helps the channel out, and join me in on the comments down below. Now, I am taking the Top Step Challenge, and I am in the $150,000 eval. Let me share with you my strategy, how I'm going to pass, and how I teach my students to pass their Top Step Apex eval. Now, do I have a preference, guys? Yes, I do. Top Step. I feel like Apex weaponizes the trailing drawdown. Let's get to the charts. I'm going to show you my strategy really quickly. Super simple. Here we go, guys. This is NQ, and I am not touching this. We did have a trade design that popped up at 4:10 this morning right here. And if you rode this wave, you made a crap ton of money. Now, this was core CPI data, massive candles, and I am not chasing this today. I am waiting for a retracement, and let me show you what this looks like on a normal day, guys. As we can see here, when we get a signal and green candles means go, we get red signal, we go ahead and double check it with a secondary indicator. This is super trend, but we get green signal and confluence with super trend, we go, right? So this system here, 1348 Legends and Titan AI, this is proprietary, and then we complement it with super trend. Okay, as you guys can see here, trend up, and then we got trend down against the trend here with super trend, and then of course trend up, make some money, right? And so what we want to do, guys, is essentially trade the trend. Now, as it stands right now, I do not trust the trend, and yeah, I'm not taking this trade. What a lot of traders forget, it's more than just a system. It's about proper position sizing. So what does that mean? Well, that means that with a Top Step evaluation at 150,000, I have a $45,000 drawdown, guys. That means if I blow up $4,500, I blow up $4,500, right? And so what we do here is we risk only 1% per trade, which is $45, right? So 1% equals 45. How many trades do we get when we risk only $45? We get over 100 trades. Now, mathematically, what does that mean? That means we get 100 trades to blow up our account. Ideally, we are hunting a 50-50, right? We win 50% of our trades, we lose 50% of our trades, but we're looking for a risk to reward ratio, right? Or a reward risk ratio in the positive, whether that's a 1.5 to 1 or a 2 to 1. This is what's going to allow us to pass the eval. Whether you want to take it slow in the eval or be aggressive with the eval, I would recommend that once you do pass the eval, that you revert to becoming a 1% trader. It is mathematically impossible to blow up your account risking only 1%. So let's get back to the charts. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm looking at NQ, and it tells me, based on the risk that I set in Titan AI, that trade is too large for me, and I have set my risk to $50. Now, a lot of you are trading the wrong instrument. Many of you should not be trading ES or NQ. In fact, I wouldn't recommend NQ for anyone who has less than $100,000 funded in their own account. Because remember, although Top Step says you have $150,000, you really only have a $4,500 drawdown. So you need your own funded account with $100,000 so that NQ can fit comfortably in there at 1%. So what do? We have to jump down to MNQ. And in MNQ, guys, this is where a lot of you will be spending your time. You'll be spending your time in the micros. And as you can see here, 3 contracts fit the risk. And let's go ahead and measure this, right? Because we risked $45 or $50 here, guys. This system is rather insane. We risked $45 for a nearly 300-point move. So that is gonna be at or about $500 right there with MNQ. Well, $500 per contract. So this is a $1,500, $1,800 move with a $4,500 risk. Now, this is what I teach my students over at trade1348.com, is to trade small, to win big. Now let me show you what this looks like relative to my students. Now this is my stats. These are my stats yesterday. Yes, I did play large, but you see my reward to risk ratio, 7.97 to 1. This is what you want, okay? Now, I am attempting to pass this in 2 days to add this to my other evals, right? I will be group trading once I have the max number of evals that Top Step allows, which is 5. So I will be doing that. But we're going to go ahead and look at one of my students here, guys. And here we use TradeZella. And as you can see, these are my students in the Longevity Club over at trade1348.com. Again, you can gain access to my indicators 7 days free. Go ahead and check it out, right? Okay, so here goes one of my students here, and we will see her performance. And you see the profit factor, right? And her average win-loss, 3.07. Okay, this is her reward risk ratio. Her trade expectancy is $78.96 per trade. So if she's risking $40 or less, $37, she's risking $37 for $116 in profit and a 76% win rate. Currently up $5,922 of her own money. This is not a prop firm. And this is her performance. As we can see, very, very, very consistent trader. Now, how does she accomplish this? She accomplishes this by trading small and winning big. She also accomplishes this by not forcing trades into the system. And if we go back to the system, I'll show you guys this really, really simply. She likes to trade MES, so let's look at MES. Again, guys, I'm not taking any trade just yet, although I would like to, because it just doesn't permit for me to take the trade right now. And I'm not going to chase a trend. But as you can see, MES, very, very simply, we have an entry here. And there's money there. We have an entry against the trend here, which doesn't work out too well. We do have an entry here, which is great for a scalp. Now let's go ahead and measure out the biggest move here, which is 26 points. This is going to be $5 per contract of MES. So 2 contracts, $10. This is a $250 move in one trade. This brings me to another point, guys. Overtrading. Overtrading is to your failure. It's detrimental to your trading success. I have a recommendation for my students: no more than 3 trades and no more than 3 losses in a row. However, there is an incentive to break even. But anyways, guys, I'm going to update you guys. Make sure you subscribe to see my ongoing performance as I pass the evals, as I group trade the evals, and make money trading Top Step. Check me out at trade1348.com, by the way. Peace.